Alright, so first off, what's your name?
Eugene Real.
And where do you live? What's your
New Windsor, New York. In case you don't know where that is, it's just south of Newburgh on the Hudson River, upstate in Orange County. I leave the house at 6:30 in the morning and I get to work usually around 8:15. People always say, oh my God, that's a long commute. And I'm like, it seems short to me because I'm working on so many things while I'm commuting, like reading newspapers and watching news reports. There's like a ton of things that I look at. I can't even catch up with all the things that I'm looking at. Up about 10 to 6 and I'm out the door by 6:25 and get in the car. Got to drive to the commuter parking. It's about 4 miles, but it's like sort of suburbia, but it's country. It's like you're driving from suburbs and you're driving through like actual, by the time I get to the station out near Salisbury Mills, it's actually like country. You're driving past farms and it's in the, when the sun's out, in the wintertime it's dark and you don't see anything. And when the sun starts coming out, when the time changes, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful drive. Get on the train. It's the New Jersey Transit, but it's in New York, so it's the Port Jervis train to Salisbury, to Secaucus, to Penn Station. So it's basically New Jersey Transit, but this arm of it runs up into New York too. It doesn't make that many stops. It's kind of an express train. It stops once at Harriman, which is a town just south of New Windsor, and makes stops at Tuxedo. I'm not sure what stops it makes anymore. I'd have to look on my train schedule. You can look at my train schedule later, but basically when you get on the train, you're basically not aware of anything anymore. You just get your seat and you start doing your thing, and people come and they get their seats, and the train stops a couple times, and they don't really pay much attention to which stops it has. But, like when originally, like even when I was in Brooklyn, where you change your route, you're on a new train route, you look out the windows, it's like an interesting neighborhood, and you're sort of and on my commute, there's a lot of interesting neighborhoods that you go through, different counties. In New Jersey, Paterson, New Jersey, and there's factories, there's people's houses, and this particular train ride, the Port Jervis line, is actually one of the most beautiful that I've ever been on because it goes across the Moodna Aqueduct, which is a very long trestle that goes across the Moodna Valley, and right before you get to my stop. So I would always be looking out the window and enjoying the scenery and taking pictures, taking movies and sending them to people. But then, I look at other people on the train and they're like, they're just looking at their smartphones. Why aren't they enjoying this beautiful view and stuff? And then after a while, I don't know how long it took, a year or so, then I'm just like them. I'm like not looking out the window anymore. You've seen it before, and you got other things you got to get done. And plus, as I spoke to you about before, the New Jersey Transit windows are the dirtiest. I mean, these trains are filthy, the windows. You can't even see anything out the window. Sometimes when I'm coming back in the dark, you don't even know where you are. The windows are so dirty, and I've written letters to them about it. It doesn't do any good. I think the windows were better in the beginning. I don't know what happened to the windows. I really don't. I mean, I hate to keep talking about that, but to me it's really important because I'm a visual person. I do like to look out the window. I get off, my last stop's at Penn Station, New Jersey Transit Penn Station, which is 7th Avenue and I think 30th or 31st Street. And then I walk. It's basically 26th Street from 31st Street. It's like 4 or 5 blocks. My attitude is, it's amazing that there's even train service at all. I'm very grateful that there is train service and that it allows people an opportunity to live further away from the city. And the train system, I don't even understand how they operate a train system. To me, it's so complex to have all these different moving parts and everything. So when there is an issue, it never really bothers me that much, even if there's like a long delay. I know personally I'm frustrated and I have things to do and everybody else feels the same way, but that you just take that as part of life. I like commuting. I recommend it.